Hi guys, my name is Clara and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing about the de-dollarization of dollars. I'm sure we've been seeing in the news the buzz about country wanting to leave having to trade with the US dollar, and instead they are opting to trade with their local currencies. Like, you want to know how all of that came about and what it's really about, just stick with me and I would give you the whole gist as it be ought. We all know how the US has been a superpower for a long time now, and their currency dollar has been one of the strongest and most valuable currencies in the world. In fact, some people call it King Dollars because of its strength and value in the international market. The United States of America attained this height when it emerged as a superpower in 1944 after the First World War. After the devastating damage of the First World War, the United States of America, alongside 44 other countries, came together in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, USA. They came together to discuss a system of economic order and international cooperation that will help all the countries involved recover from the devastation of this war and foster long-term global growth. At the end of this conference, it was agreed by all of the attendees that two institutions be established, which is one, the International Monetary Fund, that is the IMF, and the International Bank of Reconstruction and Development. These two institutions eventually bettered the World Bank Organization, which put the US dollars as the strongest currency in the world. The dollar grew stronger and stronger without any form of competition until the 1st of January 1999, where the European Union came together and launched the euro. This was a very much welcome idea by all and sundry. I mean, a lot of countries in the world really welcomed it because of the fact that it gave dollar something to compete with. And euro, being true to its name, was not only invisible but remained invisible for the first 3 years of its existence. Over the years, however, countries have decided that they do not want to trade in dollars anymore. They would rather just trade in their local currency in the international market as opposed to using the dollars. This is what has prompted the whole de-dollarization saga that is happening right now. The United States of America also did not help when they decided that they also wanted to sanction Russia for invading Ukraine. These sanctions that included freezing their foreign reserve and also stopping them from trading with other countries on the international market was like a wake-up call to other countries. They decided that they did not want this for themselves, and actually made them start taking conscious and more intentional steps towards actually de-dollarizing themselves and opting for trading in their local currencies. And we still have countries like India and China that are still willing to trade with Russia in the international markets using the India rupee or the China yuan in trading. The US weaponizing the dollar in this manner has not sat well with some countries, and they would rather not subject their economy to such geopolitical influence. This has further strengthened the position of BRICS, which consists of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. BRICS is one of the major spearheaders of the de-dollarization agenda, and there are already talks about them launching their own currency come August 2023, when they'll be holding their annual general meeting in South Africa. And with India and China having a standoff for the longest time, I doubt that India would ever agree to such developments. Apart from BRICS as a whole fighting for de-dollarization, we have countries that have individually taken steps to reduce their dependency in dollars. An example is India, which has permitted about 18 countries to trade in India rupees or in their local currency with them. In fact, India have started trading with the likes of Mauritius, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, China, and Russia. On the other hand, we have Brazil. Brazil has traded with China for the longest time, and they have agreed and decided that they would trade with China in the China yuan as opposed to the US dollar, which they previously used to use. Brazil has also agreed with Argentina to create a local currency that would help facilitate the trading between them. There's also Russia that has since started trading with other local currencies after the US sanctioned them. They have traded with China, they have traded with India, they've traded with all other countries in their local currencies. Next on my list is Malaysia. Malaysia has been very receptive about the idea of de-dollarization. In fact, they have started receiving investment from China-owned companies to the tune of billions in their local currency. They went a step further to even advise China to have their own AMF as opposed to the IMF, which is the Asian Monetary Fund, that will serve as the Asian IMF and help support the de-dollarization agenda. The most amazing of it all is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, for the first time in its history, is actually open to trading with other currency other than dollars. Like, this has never happened. This is actually the first time in 48 years that Saudi Arabia is taking this step, and I mean, I'm very much impressed. As much as the idea of de-dollarization is very much appealing and all, I do not actually think that US is losing its position in the global market anytime soon. And one of the reasons is this: like, almost all the countries in the world have their foreign reserve in US dollar. Like 60% of their foreign reserve is already in US dollars. Like, so if you're going to destabilize such a currency, it would take a whole lot. I'm not saying it's not possible. Yeah, it's very much possible, but I mean, it has to be like a lot of work. You have to put in the work and all of that. So anybody or any country or any group of countries that is trying to sponsor this de-dollarization agenda, they have their work cut out for them. So guys, we've come to the end of this vlog. There's definitely going to be a part 2 today, so you guys should watch out. Thank you very much for sticking around with me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll be in my comment section waiting for you guys. Thank you very much, and happy Easter.